Welcome everybody to D and Doozles. I am your dungeon master, Zach, and I am being joined tonight by Brianna, Corey, Kenny, Haley, Hunter, and Mike Lewis may or may not be joining us a little bit later. So, let's just kick things off and get things started. Who would like to give us a recap this time?
I can do.
All right, Bree, please go ahead.
All right, so, last episode, we were trapped in the spooky, airfield, graveyard, ghost fucking, pocket dimension, which we figured out was kind of like, what dreams may come, doorstep of hell sort of thing, like the in-between.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrifying. And, the ghost ship that we started attacking, without provocation, other than it being scary as fuck and us being bitches, was actually this dude who was trying to guide us out. So we ended up having to go find his compass on a bigger, scarier ghost ship of a missing pirate barge, or not pirate barge, prison barge, that a famous captain was on, a pirate captain, that never made it to its destination. It was a dwarven prison ship.
Hmm?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was called.
It was called the Carceri.
The Carceri, that's right. It's in my notes somewhere. And so we got in. Milo got his head smashed like a grape on some traps. I panicked into mama mode and unloaded all my fucking healing pool. There were some more traps. We got the compass. We got back to the ship, and as we were heading back for the rift, as things were coming apart behind us, we were stopped by a giant spider arachnid thing made out of shipwrecks, and it's terrifying, and we're gonna get our ship pushed in.
Anybody else have anything to add?
Fuck this place, I want to leave.
Cool.
That.
Yes.
Excellent. So, we are going to now take you from our lovely splash screen. We are going to transport you to the map. And, well, this is missing something, isn't it?
It's missing a giant shipwreck spider.
That's okay. I've got you, fam. You know, since you asked so nicely.
Oh shit. This is gonna be terrifying, isn't it?
I remember everything but the giant shipwreck spider. Like everything that Bree said, I was like, yeah, and then the shipwreck spider thing, nope.
It happened at like the very, very end of the session. It was like
I'm not seeing the ship.
You are not seeing the ship or the spider?
Nope, I refreshed and I'm still not seeing anything.
I refreshed and I'm still seeing splash.
Oh, it's because I haven't moved the ribbon yet. That's fine.
Rip.
That's fine. That's fine. Give me a second. I'm just getting my life together here on the DM side, and then I will shift you guys over. And whoop.
It'd be like, oh my god!
That's the
You're
response
welcome.
we were looking for.
Hail to the now.
Just want to give a shout out to Josh Beasley, who just joined us in the chat. Hey, Bees. Bees plays in the Mech Warrior stream, which will be next week. Oh, and hey, Rufio. Yeah, Rufio's like, oh yeah, ship spooter. So we got our top fans in here tonight. I just want to give them a shout out, say thanks for supporting our channel. We love having you, and Rufio, we got to get you into a game at some point. So DM me on Facebook and let me know when you're when you've got availability, so we can figure out how we can get you involved. Because why watch when you can play? And I accidentally sent Beasley the Zoom invite earlier today. So that's why we've got this. That's why we've got this laugh and this joke kind of going on. That's where the hashtag Let Beasley Stay comes from. So
Oh my god.
So we'll get to that. But for right now, I need all my players to roll initiative because this giant spider's gonna wreck you.
Look how beautifully stupid Harry looks.
Why are you like this to me? Why are you mean to me?
Because it's easy.
Hold on, let me roll this initiative. I'll tell you what.
And
He
it does a
love
lot of
you.
damage.
He's only mean to people he love. He knows no other way.
Give me a sec.
It's like having that older brother that just like picks on you and beats the shit out of you. I did not have that brother, but I mean,
The last one was Jewel.
I just like your reaction.
Okay, so Jules going.
Then I know that like you like it.
I have not rolled yet because my shit fucked up. Give me a second.
Don't worry. Okay, so. Oh, goddamn. Maddox is feeling quick today. Milo.
Looks like I'm back on last.
Hopefully that's the last nat one I roll
Better
tonight.
Say that
we're just gonna get him out of the way early. It's fine.
Since me rolling a nat one is why Anita starts this encounter with no abilities.
I mean, it's better to roll a nat 1 on initiative than a nat 1 on a death saving throw.
Truth.
Yeah, or a nat 1 on a dexterity saving throw when you're trying to dodge all the traps you just like activated.
Anita should have some smites left.
I might. Let me check.
You got spell slots, you got smites.
I have like one spell slot.
That's one smite.
That's true. That is one smite.
Well, Rufio, if you you DM me what you're short, we might be able to get you lifted and started. I have a box of computer components just kicking around.
My fucking rabbit just tried to chew up my bootlaces.
All right. So, giant enemy crab, spider, monstrosity, made of shipwrecks. It's there.
Captain Space Hulk.
Yeah. And it's got like eldritch energy that's kind of swirling around it, and it definitely, the thing just looks evil. And I mean, Maddox, you've seen some terrifying shit, and this is on that list. Like, this is on the list of shit that's terrifying like that. So, on that note, Maddox, you have the initiative. Giant spider has just landed. Its little pincers are making holes in the deck like little splinters fly as it steps. Not only is this thing terrifying and awful, but you're pretty sure it could actually do damage to your ship if it wanted to.
Is there any indication that it's intelligent?
None that you have noticed thus far. You are more than welcome to make, like, an insight check.
Am I able to do that and cast a spell?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna.
You can scrutinize it for a second before you have time to think before you just
Okay.
act.
I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay. And
awesome.
And what you get from your roll is holy shit, that's a giant spider made out of shipwrecks. Your action.
It's like the farm.
There's a spook.
So what you doing, Maddox?
Oh, did you not hear me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Weird, I had it open all the way. I said that I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force in front of it.
Okay.
I'd have to look at the screen again and then back because I can't talk to you and look at Roll20. It's going to be of a 10-foot tall woman with a 10-foot tall fly swatter and or broom, threatening it to go away, get off the ship, or it's going to destroy it. Basically like a big hag.
Okay.
Trying to determine if that's its worst nightmare. Let me see. Okay, it needs to make an, it says an intelligence check, but in parentheses it says investigation to determine if it's an illusion against my spell save DC. So my spell save DC is, I think,
I'm gonna say it has advantage on this one because this is a very unusual usage. Okay, wow. So it believes your illusion is real.
okay. So then what happens next is, let me pull up the, oh wait, you know, I have a DM's guide right here. That'd make this way easier instead of tagging back, following back and forth.
For those of y'all while we're waiting, get your actions prepped and do whatever read ahead you need to do so you know what your stuff is. Let's try to make sure that we have our actions prepared in combat because we have a lot of material to cover, and it makes it better for the viewer. Because we're all about producing high-quality content.
I knew what I was going to do. It's just an issue of toggling back and forth.
I feel you, fam.
But now that I have a book in front of me, like I can just read it off to you once I turn to it.
Books don't have loading screens.
I know. Phantasmal Force. Can you still hear me?
I sure can.
Okay. You craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no larger than 10-foot cube and that is perceivable only to the target for the duration. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Oh, then it has no effect.
Fuck! Okay. Well, there's still a big woman there. Hey, from that though, can I determine whether it's undead or a construct?
Yeah, it's both.
I can determine that?
Well, you get from the green glowing energy around it and the malignant force also surrounding it, you get a strong impression that this is both undead and a construct.
Undead, you say? So it takes double from radiant damage.
Potentially, yes.
Ooh.
I kind of pull my pants up and I say, okay, team, there's a situation. Spider Crab is either some sort of robot and or the living dead. Could be both. I'm unsure. I just know that my giant lady trick usually works. And this is one of the exceptions that it didn't work.
None of y'all see the giant lady, by the way, because it's a phantasmal force.
Yeah.
Only the spider can see it, and Maddox, you can't even see it, apparently, so...
I know in my mind that's what I wanted, though.
Yeah. But, and in your mind, by the way, it's totally like a mean old workhouse matron.
Yes, it
from
is.
your childhood.
Yes,
holding,
it
like,
is.
a fly swatter in one hand. She's got keys on her belt. She smells eerily of, like, tobacco and, like, gin.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, she's your stereotypical London nightmare woman.
Yeah, and everybody thinks I'm just talking bullshit.
Mrs. Lovett, but not as attractive as Helena Bonham Carter. So, Jewel is next.
Everybody's favorite spell from Jewel is about to be cast.
Is it my fucking Moonbeam?
Yes, it's motherfucking Moonbeam. Right there.
Alright. So, I'm gonna just drop us a little. Right. Yeah. Yes?
5 feet. Yep. 5 foot radius. So it's gonna have to make a con saving throw.
Alright, we can do that.
Hold on, let me get the DC.
That
Should
Moonbeam
be
is
again.
Exactly where I want it to be.
13.
13, you said?
DC 13.
Okay, and can you remind me of the effect of Moonbeam while I'm rolling this?
5 foot radius, 40 foot high. Cylinder centered on a point. It does the creature that enters the spell area at the start of the turn, or starts its turn there, is engulfed in ghostly flame, then causes a searing pain. Con save. Then it's gonna have to take 2d10 radiant damage on the failed, half on a successful.
Okay, so it saves for half. Go ahead and roll it.
What was his roll? I didn't actually see the roll for it.
He rolled high enough. He has bonuses. He got an 11, and his con save is pretty up there.
Okay, I was expecting to see the rest of it. Alright, so...
You never want to hear that.
No, so... Take 4.
4 total?
4 points of radiant damage. Yep.
Alrighty. Well, you, first damage on it. The fire burns away at its, I guess, hull is the best term for this, because the center of its body is kind of, like, made up of rowboats.
Hmm.
And it burns a little bit, and it kind of recoils from it, because this is radiant damage, so it saved for half, but still took full damage anyway. Because it takes double from radiant. It's like, but it doesn't seem really that phased by it. Like, its hull is a little bit blackened, but it's big. It's just effing big.
Cool.
Kriv, you are back. Thank you for getting us food, and you are up next, sir.
That was incredibly well timed with my GM bribes then.
That was incredibly well timed. Take advantage on your next action.
Oh, sweet, because I'm attacking it. Has it been injured yet?
Yes.
Yep, it just got injured by Moonbeam, so do your hunter thing.
Dope. So bonus
You just cut out.
action, casting Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
And then I will be using my regular action to attack the guy.
Okay, so you put your hunter's mark on it.
Bear with me a second. I'm getting all the numerics straight before I roll. So
Yeah, take your time.
I have my actions. It's just putting all the numbers in the
You're
generators.
building your macro. I got you.
Yeah. Does a 25 hit?
It will.
Okay.
Put some damage on it. What do we got? Okay.
We have a grand total of 25 points of damage.
Right. Yeah, it definitely felt it. You saw chunks of splinters blow out of its side, but it's still moving like nothing happened.
Off clap.
Hey, Zach, is your sandwich correct?
I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh,
You can come
will you
grab
check
it.
My sandwich has green peppers on it, and I can't tell if I just forgot to take the green peppers off of mine or if I have your sandwich.
Why don't you come look? How big is your sandwich?
No, that's in the air.
Oh, Kenny's saying he forgot to ask for no green peppers. It's okay. I'll eat them. I just prefer them off. It's not like a mandatory thing.
Alright, so back to the game.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay, so back to the game. Baba is going to continue driving the ship and is going to hunker down as best he can and kind of take cover behind like the railing and the ship's wheel, which is going to have absolutely no effect whatsoever. The spider is going to crawl down towards you. And it is going to
take more damage.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll it.
Do this turn.
Yeah, you put all the radiant damage on that sucker you can before he comes and beats the shit out of me.
17 points of radiant damage.
17?
17, and you said it's doubled?
Yeah, but it gets a save every time, I think.
I think it's only
It
another
should-
time, but I'm pretty sure.
It should get a save
Hold on.
each time.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Yeah, I
said
have to
the
make a
DC
con
was,
save.
what, 13?
Roll low, you son of a bitch.
Yep. It's alright. So it just takes a 17. Cool. So, now what it gonna do is it's going to, let's see here. It's actually going to reach into its body. Well, it kind of it rears back, and it looks like it's convulsing, it's about to vomit something up, and it spits a fucking ship anchor at Jewel. Does
It's
a
like that
17
creepy.
does a 17 hit Jewel's armor class?
Yep.
Okay, Jewel is going to take 15 points of damage.
Groove is not looking good.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
That's not good for
It
nobody.
it did just spit a full-size ship anchor. Like, it just hawked up a ship anchor. Anita.
Yeah, that's not good.
Alright. Well, ain't nothing to do but to go forward. So before I go to attack this motherfucker, I turn to Milo and I call to him and I tell him everything is gonna be alright. And then I charge like fucking Aragorn into the Black Gate.
With a lightsaber.
Milo, this is a lesson of what not to do.
As you are going, as you're charging in, You hear Milo behind you go, Mama!
Anita, you have inspiration.
Okay, I'm probably gonna need it.
Awkward.
Hi, Seth.
Who is it?
Seth Lockhart.
I don't know that person, but hi.
It's Tifa Lockhart's brother.
We're just gonna use that inspiration now.
Okay. It'd be like that. Oh no.
Bruh.
Well, the good news is that you don't blow your ability in this version, so.
That's true. Well, I guess that doesn't work.
You did do You did do a good job getting its attention.
Dope.
Oh shit, it's Seth Jones from Facebook, Haley. It's Seth from DragonCon. What's up?
I was like, what's Seth?
Alright, so Rathok the Unspoken, go ahead.
This is gonna be so fucking bad.
Move up. Expending a key point.
Alrighty. Let's get some big damage, hopefully.
I think I didn't know who Seth was because neither of us has seen the other without makeup.
Alright, so this is
That's fair.
Bone Sword Initial.
Oh, that'll hit, buddy. You crit,
and the hold on, the 2 unarmed.
You'll hit on the Bone Sword, and you'll crit on the Bone Sword, and you will hit on the Brass Knucks. The second Brass Knuck attack.
Alright, fuck, where is it? Damn it, where's that fucking, never mind. Oh, alright, so, Bone Sword is... Uh, 8 plus 6. 14 piercing, and it is, if I crit it, it is an additional d6, so that is another 4 points of damage for that.
Okay. So that is 18 total? The first one?
And for the unarmed strike, 10 bludgeoning.
10 blood.
And...
Okay.
And... Give me a sec if I can... Oh, I forgot. Yay, half orc. Alright, so...
You get to reroll a low die. Do you have that feat?
No, savage attack. When I crit, I can roll one of my weapons damage dies one additional time and add it to the extra damage. So that's an additional d6 for the sword. So it's an additional 2 points of damage. And for the flurry of blows. I can find the ability. It's got to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
The DC should be. But I know I had it written down somewhere. 12.
Hit fine.
It's not knocked prone.
You get the sense that you would not be able to do that anyway.
It's the big nasty.
Give it all the shots I can.
Yep, absolutely.
So
it is big and has many legs.
True, and that is Rathod's turn of I'm putting as many points of damage on this thing as possible.
Well, you did a hell of a good job, I'll tell you that. Congratulations, party. You only have to keep this kind of damage output up for a little bit longer and it might die. Milo, you're up.
It might die.
Yeah, if you keep this going for a solid minute.
Milo's a little stressy right now. I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a legitimate question. Since the crab creature is so large, can I create bonfire on it, like on its back, or do I have to do that on like real ground?
You may certainly try.
Okay, because I looked it up and I couldn't find where it is explicitly stated it had to be on non-moving territory.
Nope. It is huge and seemingly made of wood and other things.
Yeah, I'd like to create bonfire on the creature.
Okay.
So
This is gonna be like that Ganondorf fight at the end of Breath of the Wild.
no, I don't have to roll a d20 for that usually. It's just create bonfire.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Okay, so you said try. So is there a fire?
When I say you can try, I mean, are you casting the spell, yes or no?
Yes, I'm casting it.
Okay, the spell comes into being, and the bonfire, like a campfire, actually appears on its back.
Dope. So from there, hold on, I have my spell sheet. I'm pretty sure it's a d8 damage of fire damage. Yeah, it's 1d8. It ignites flammable objects in the area.
Okay, cool. Roll for damage. It's not going to be able to dodge it. It's too big for that. Well, I'll give it its dex throws with disadvantage. No, not at all. Okay. Yeah, it's real on fire.
Alright, it's now 7 points of damage of on fire.
Okay. It
and
did not like that.
The fire increases, I think, if it's not put out. I'm looking right now to make
Well,
sure.
it will probably not increase until next turn, so look that up and it will happen on your next action. Okay. On that note, Maddox, you're top of the round.
Okay.
It got a turn? Oh, it did spit a... That's right, it spat the anchor.
It spat an anchor at Jewel and moved.
No, I'm not going to cast gun. You guys are in front of it, so I want to make it... try not to hit you as much, so... I'm going to use Vicious Mockery, and it needs to give me a Wisdom save. Let me check before. I need to see if I move real quick. Nah, I can do it from here. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. Or he can take 1d4 psychic damage and has to take disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
What's the DC on that saving throw?
13.
Alright.
Did you roll?
It failed.
Okay, I'm rolling for damage. I call it a scabby sea bass, and that it's truly just a galley slave wading its way through the waters of misery.
Okay. It looks hurt.
Damn
and then
right
angry.
yeah.
Nobody makes me feel my own feelings.
All right. And Jewel.
Jewel's gonna keep concentrating
Mm-hmm.
and move the moonbeam centered onto the spider. All right.
And a dex
And that
against
is-
a 13.
No. It doesn't has to start its turn there.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So it's fine until its turn starts.
Okay.
And that is Jewel's turn.
Priv. Unmute, please.
Crib is going to shout out to Anita. If you can make it less mumbo jumbo term for make it have a disadvantage on its next save, that can you do? Is that something you can do or your god can do for you? And draw back and shoot it again.
Let me take a look real quick. I got one spell slot left. Either we got double radiant damage on smite or we got disadvantage.
Fuck, that's a nat 20.
A...
The hit?
That's a critical.
Crib is on freaking fire tonight, apparently.
You gonna need it.
All right, so that'll be...
Oh, I did not like the sound of that.
Crits in this one are just double damage dice, right?
Reroll the
It
dice
is.
and add.
You roll, yeah, just roll and add additional damage die.
Yeah, so I'm a D8 normally, so I'd be 2D8.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3D8 because I have a Colossal Slayer. So 3D8 with the crit, so 16 plus an additional D6 for 21 points of damage. God damn.
Now we got Rainey showed up to hang out with us too. Thanks, Rainey, for coming.
Hey.
Yep. And that will be my turn.
What was your total, please?
21.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I said that was my turn. That is not the only thing I'm doing. Hang on. I'm moving. 10, 15, 20. It's here, so. Yoink. Am I now above it?
No.
Because it's on
It's
the main
tall.
deck. Okay, so these are elevations, right?
Well, your actual ship doesn't have like a second elevation.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. All right, well, that will be my turn.
Wonderful. Baba is going to try not to mess himself in fear. Rathok, Anita, Madax, Baba, Kriv. All of you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
From?
Thunderwave spell it's casting.
Okay.
Con saving throw. Awesome.
Against a DC 15.
I did
It's
not
got a-
pass.
65-foot range?
It's not.
Got big range.
It's a spell-like ability. So yeah, Kriv, you're not in the range, but Rathok and Anita
Okay.
are.
Yeah, because I've been moving
failed.
backwards.
I failed.
Okay.
Who else needs to take? Who needs to make a pass or make a save?
So it's Rathok and Anita.
So it's not hitting Milo or Joel.
Oh,
Correct.
wait. So I didn't
Okay.
have to roll the save?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I made a mistake. I just looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I was like, that's a big ass breath attack.
Anita gets knocked back. Go ahead and take. Anita, you are taking 13. Rathok, you saved, so you are only going to be taking 7. Or no, you round down on halves, because I'm kind. So that's how we're going to play it this time. So Rathok, you are only going to take 6 this time. And it's then going to punch you with one of its meaty
It
claws.
started its turn.
Yep,
Started its turn. So
we will resolve that in a moment. That is not going to have nearly enough to kill it.
I kind of figured. All right, let's go.
So it's going to try to hit you.
Pretty sure it's gonna hit me.
It is going to miss with its claw, which
Oh boy.
you feel it wish above your head, and the amount of whoosh and like mass that you feel move past you, like it's one of those things where like the air kind of sucks you away with it a little bit. If this thing hits, you have a strong suspicion that it's going to hurt a lot.
I mean, everything that's hit me so far has hurt a lot.
And it is going to save against... Yeah, it's going to save against that. So go ahead and give me 2d10 for the Moonbeam.
2d10 for the Moonbeam. So 9 damage.
Alright, it's going to take 9.
So instead of taking 18, it takes 9. Got it.
Yep, it saved, so it would take double, but then we cut that in half because it saved, so it's just...
Alright, so just take space damage. Alright,
yeah.
cool. Got it.
And then it's going to turn another leg at Jewel and yeet another anchor at Jewel.
Yeah, he just got out.
It's gonna yeet another anchor at Jewel, but I'm assuming that a 13 does not hit her.
You would be correct.
It does whiz by her head, and she feels,
Yeah.
Jewel is looking a little stressed.
Jill is still concentrating.
Yep. She keeping that motherfucking moonbeam going.
Got it.
Alrighty. Anita.
We're gonna smack this bitch up. We're gonna do as much radiant damage as we can. Hopefully. I've been rolling like shit tonight, so we'll see.
Do it to it. Go get it, girl.
Hamana.
Hey! That'll do.
Thank God. Alright, cool. I use that divine smite boy with my sword two-handed.
Radiant!
Regular damage first, and then we'll roll the radiant.
Oh! Alright. 7 base. That's 14. That's some decent damage on it.
That's what, 31 points of damage altogether? Wait, no. Let's see. Okay.
Having a hard time shifting back and forth. Alright. So those two are the base divine smite, and then the extra smite it gets for being undead, or the extra D8 it gets for being undead. Excuse me.
So just give me your total damage number and then multiply it by 2, Anita, just so I know.
All right, cool. You said we're rounding down.
Yes. For half, but it's radiant, so we're gonna round up for double damage for... Well, there's no need to round up for double damage.
Alright, so that's... 26.
So you put 26 on it total?
Yes. That's with it doubled.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna do my best to, like, shout and keep its attention, and hopefully that pissed it off enough to, have it keep its eyes on me.
It got
also,
multi-attack.
That's Malode.
That fine. That fine.
That also my turn. I'm done now.
Okay. Rathok the Unspoken.
Flurry of motherfucking blows.
Whoppity 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 whop.
Yep. Down to 2 flurries left. Oh. Thumb sword.
Oh ho, that'll hit.
And
No and no, unfortunately.
baby. Alright, so
Like, you make contact, but you're not punching through the... You know, it's like punching a wooden wall.
Alright. Damage on the sword.
Chop.
10 points.
Alright. Alright.
And that is it for Rathok.
Milo. It's starting to look a little hurt.
Great. So I'm not dumb enough to ask whether I can sneak attack with a bonfire.
I appreciate that.
It briefly crossed my mind.
I appreciate you.
But I am, since it worked, I guess it takes is the bonfire still there, or did it shake it off its back?
It's still on fire, so go ahead and give me a D8 of fire damage for it. It's on its back and it doesn't seem to care.
Okay. So, but that fire was already burning. Do I get another action?
Yeah, the fire, you are maintaining your concentration, so the fire is still there.
Okay. In that case, I would like to also, I'd also like to pull out my crossbow and
just shoot at it. All right.
Yeah.
Your normal attack.
Because a dinky arrow is gonna like help in the situation.
You may hit an eye or something. Who knows?
Some damage
does it
is
appear
better
to
than no
have
damage.
eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of them.
Yeah, it's got 16 of them, all glowing with a green, horrifying light that burns and beckons you in.
I did not roll great.
You did not hit it.
Okay. It's massive, and yet I missed.
Well, the arrow made contact and just bounced off it. Like nothing happened.
Okay. Well, at least the fire is still doing its job.
H.E. Maddox.
I suggest you run away.
Yeah, you do still have movement, Milo. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I had muted because I thought my turn was over. Yeah, I do still have movement. I'm gonna run and hide in the stairs.
Okay, so you
those stairs go down, right?
Correct. So you move down almost an entire level.
I go like halfway, so that I can still like see what's going on, but I go where in my 8-year-old mind, it can't see me, therefore, like, it's fine.
Sure. Okay.
So when I was it aware that it wasn't gonna do as well after I casted Vicious Mockery on it? Is that why it didn't attack?
It did. It threw an anchor at Jewel and failed horribly. So I didn't bother to make
okay.
disadvantage
Okay, that's
again.
what it was.
So
okay, I just didn't hear that part. Well, I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery again, so it needs to make another Wisdom saving throw then.
It failed.
Get used to it, you leaky piss bucket. And I'm going to roll for damage.
It hurt you.
I'm just trying to look out for the people that are in front of it.
Mm-hmm. It hurt you.
I'm hurting their brain.
EJ from the back said, "Go bleach your roots, creep!
Go bleach your roots, creep!"
Sure.
Is
All
that
right.
a disadvantage only on attacks, or is that also saving throws?
I'll read it out. It says has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Jewel.
Jewel's maintaining concentration, and that's not what I wanted. Click on. I cannot move Jewel.
Very good.
I was gonna move Jewel backwards, but I can't move her.
Oh, you physically can't move her.
Yeah, I physically cannot move the character.
Try now.
All right. Move 30 feet back. Keeping concentration up. And that'll be our turn.
Okay.
Put the video in the chat.
Kriv.
The chat.
Kriv, you're up.
Okay. Give me a brief rundown of the deck. Is there any standing masts? Like, is this a mast right here?
Yes.
How big is it?
Roughly 5 foot in diameter.
Boink. Cover.
All right.
So from cover, and gonna shoot it again, just because it's Kriv is a one-trick pony at this moment. He's got nothing else to do. So let's. So 16 hit.
No.
All right, Kriv is done.
Cool. All right. Baba is going to continue to try to fight. Or to try to keep the...
Keep us from crashing.
Yep.
Or, falling into our inevitable match.
All right. So it's going to take a swing on Rathok with disadvantage.
Or does that DC? Or... I'm pretty sure it passes anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so give me the radiant damage.
2.
All right.
And it's back.
It missed on Rathok, and now it's going to attack Anita with its giant claw, but instead it's going to try to grapple Anita. With advantage.
Oh, that sounds real bad.
Oh yeah, it's real bad. Anita does it. So go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Come on, roll a 20. Ah, fuck.
Anita, it picks you up in its crab claw. And it yeets you at Maddox.
No.
Oh, are you sure you didn't say charisma saving throw?
I am sure.
All right, I am thrown into Maddox. I'm assuming I'm prone.
Maddox, does a 14 hit you?
I think so. Let me double check. It does. It does hit me.
Okay, great. So, Anita, you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Ouch.
Maddox, you're going to take 15. As a very heavy paladin bounces off of you.
Jesus.
Maddox,
That's a
you're
big
also
old-
knocked back into the wall, and Anita, you land right in front of him.
Oh fuck, we're in like a heap.
Okay, dokie.
Did not feel good.
And it's also going to scrape off of its back with one of its legs. And take that annoying fire and yeet it at Milo.
Oh, my baby!
But that is going to miss, but the fire is off of it. And it just kind of explodes in fiery shards on the mast.
You said it yeeted it at me.
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
it missed.
Yeah, is it like? Does it even know where I am?
Oh yeah, it does. It saw you. It's also very tall and can see you physically with
Like
its
see me
60
down in the stairwell?
Yeah, it's like 20 feet tall, so it
Oh.
can see you from where it's towering above you.
I'm
It's-
not arguing that hiding from the Lovecraftian horror in a stairwell was a foolproof plan.
Hey,
Yeah,
Like,
you're aware
at
that
all.
it is aware of you now.
so
Okay.
this might seem. Am I rolling that death saving throw on my turn, or?
Oh, yeah, you rolling it on your turn.
Okay. All right.
So,
What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna take the free action to be like, I think it heard you, Maddox. And then when I hear that he doesn't answer me, I say Maddox, and I turn and I see that he's unconscious, and I'm like, oh, fuck!
Maddox is prone. Yes. I see also,
Big.
Anita, that you don't have any spells left.
I know I don't.
Big metal woman hit me. Boat hit me.
It's not my fault! No, I wasn't trying to do anything, I was just like, role-playing my reaction.
Well, it is your turn though, so
In my turn.
it's your turn.
Yes.
Oh no! Fuck, I can't do shit about that except stand in the way and hope it hits me instead.
The episode's title is Maddox's Bad Night. So Anita gets back up and goes back after it.
It's time to break out my old friend, the glaive. Because I need to be able to attack it without moving an extra turn.
That's fair, Anita. So you drop your sword on the deck and pull out your glaive and just get back up in there. Rathok the Unspoken.
Rathok's gonna move 5 feet to get directly in front of it. Rathok's just gonna tank this as best as he fucking can.
Okay, great.
Alright. We all know the name of the game. Flurry of blows.
Whoppity woppity 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 wop.
Alright.
Hit that
Oh,
mop
sword.
like a
Oh,
speed
yeah.
bag. So no.
Sword misses.
Nux will hit. Nux
Alright,
will miss.
Nuts are the only thing that hits. Okay, thankfully it, that hit. Alright, so the damage from the Nux are 10 and what can I do? Alright. It well, the creature can't take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Like a reactionary move.
Like any reactions, yeah.
Okay. Milo.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. I'm going to cast another bonfire on it.
You are not currently within line of sight. You will have to move in order to do that.
Oh, okay. Right, I gotta come out of the stairwell.
Mm-hmm. And thus into range.
Right. I've come out of the stairwell. I would like to cast a bonfire on it.
Great.
So, a d8 of damage.
It's gonna make its next saving throw. And take half damage.
Next saving throw.
What'd you say, Zach? I couldn't hear you.
It takes half.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Top of the round, Maddox, go ahead and roll me a death saving throw.
So, is it just a d20? What do I add to it?
It's just a d20.
Okay. I don't know what I gotta make. So.
D20, get above a 10. Hope to God you don't roll a 1.
Oh, okay.
3 strikes and you're dead. 3 successes and you wake up.
And a 1 is to...
Ooh, 1 strike. 1
I
strike
hit
the
against
dab.
Maddox.
And a 1 is 2 strikes against you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the dab in heaven.
You feel Haster getting closer to you.
I will tag it on my character sheet.
Jewel.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm on, damn it.
What's your path that you... Oh, okay, I gotcha. Never mind.
Yep. I'm not doing this horribly. Where's your goddamn heal spell? Shit. Fourth level druid, right?
Yes.
Yep. Let me actually make sure.
Does he have any prepared?
Should have a spont cast. I think.
They don't spontaneously cast cure spells.
Yeah,
wait.
druids don't do that.
They
don't.
Yeah, they spontaneously cast summon, like summon nature's ally or something
Well,
like
Yeah.
that.
Check her.
You do remember that Mike did not write down any spells.
It's cool, dude. Let's just play it out.
Yeah, no.
I can live. I mean, I got 2 more chances.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have that happen, dog. So we're gonna
That's
go
fair.
ahead and lesser restoration.
Okay.
Well,
Does that bring me back? I don't think it brings me back.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, duh.
The boy has already lost one father. He doesn't need to lose another.
Good, Barry.
Kriv just shouts down to Jewel, leave him, I'll deal with it, fucking fight
No.
it.
Yeah,
No,
just
healing.
kill the crab.
Healing word. That's all I can do. Level 1 spell. So that is... Fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna have to write these spells down for him eventually.
Does any heal spell resuscitate you?
It
Yeah.
stabilizes you.
Okay.
So that is a D4.
They simultaneously made dying very easy and very hard. It's its own thing now.
Yeah, any heal spell that has a numeric restoration value will immediately bring you back up to 0, and then the number it restores you by.
Okay. Do I keep the tally on my character sheet?
No. No, it refreshes every time you get knocked out.
Oh, okay. Cool.
4.
Alright, you wake up on the ground with 4 HP. The last thing you saw was Anita coming towards you, having been knocked back.
Is Anita still on me?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
You're not really sure of your surroundings, though. You'll become aware of them when it's your next turn. Kriv, you're up.
So as Kriv now sees that Maddox is back up, he no longer is going to go down there and worry about that. So he's going to shoot the spider again.
That'll hit
20.
this time.
For a total of 18. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Baba is going to continue to try to drive the ship. Spider is going to save against Moonbeam and pass. And go ahead and roll damage for Moonbeam.
Alright.
What is the duration of Moonbeam, by the way? When we get look it up and
minute.
let me. Okay.
1 minute.
Okay.
11.
Okay. It's actually starting to look a little bit messed up now. It is going to punch Rathok in the face with one of its mandible claws. Ow.
Yes.
Rathok, go ahead and take 12, buddy. It's also going to attempt to grapple you. And fail at that.
Oh. Alright.
And it's going to off up an anchor at Kriv. And miss.
Okay. Yeah.
It misses that time. Alrighty, Anita.
Swing, swing.
The glaive is hit.
Hey.
You have a second attack?
No, sorry, I was clicking on it because I was trying to see if it would do the auto damage. I guess
It
I
don't
just
do that.
Oh, that make me sad. That's okay.
It does do that. You just have to click on the glaive part itself. Like where it just says glaive, you just click on that, and it will calculate the damage.
Huh. Oh, like where it says glaive in the chat?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh, cool!
That's what I've been doing the entire time.
Well, isn't that spiffer nifty? Alright.
Dope. Alright, it's 6 damage. Yeah. That's it for me.
Rathok.
Well, last of the flurry of blows.
Whoppity 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 whop. Big damage, no whammies.
22.
Yes.
Critical. 22.
Rathok is on freaking fire right now.
He's putting in work.
You see his
Alright,
freaking Kaioken attack aura just go around him.
Alright, so we are going to... Bone sword damage is 11.
Alright?
Brass knucks, 5, plus an additional 2d6 for savage attack and critting.
Give me the total for that one.
So that is 5 altogether. And then another 10.
So another 15.
Yeah, so 15 altogether.
It's actually looking pretty messed up now.
Let's see if I can fucking do it. See if I can make it go pro with the dex saving throw.
What's the DC?
12.
No.
Fuck. Alright, 8 more shot.
Milo.
Is everyone done rolling death saving throws? Are we out of those woods?
For the time being.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I think it was just me.
Yeah, I thought it was just Maddox too, but I wasn't sure about Rathok.
Hey, Ken, can you mute, please?
It may be Corey who needs to mute.
No, it's Ken.
Oh. All right, so it's looking pretty messed up.
Yep.
Dope. Milo is going to move back into cover.
Mm-hmm.
He's not all the way down the stairs. He just takes like the first couple steps down and shoots with his crossbow.
Are you taking your cunning action?
Yes.
Okay. You just need to tell me that when you're doing it so that I, know. And go ahead and roll your stealth.
Sorry, that was my to hit with the crossbow.
That's more than enough. And go ahead and add your sneak attack to that.
Well, you wanted me to roll my stealth.
Yeah, roll your stealth first, and then we'll resolve the crossbow.
But my stealth is, hold on, let me make sure that's right. So I have my old character sheet because it has all my spells written out on it. Okay, that's still the same. I have my new character sheet on D&D Beyond. This was my sneak, or my stealth. Not great.
Not enough, unfortunately. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
So I'm not hidden.
Nope.
But I do the shoot. Okay, it's a D8 plus 4. Gosh.
Your crossbow bolt shoots inside of it, and because its body is splintered and there's just like this massive eldritch force inside of it, your crossbow bolt flies into its center, aiming true. Everybody on the deck, make me a dexterity saving throw right now.
Including me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What am I doing? Okay.
Well, look at that. A decent fucking roll on a save.
Dexterity saving throw for Rathok. 18. And dexterity saving throw for Jewel. Oh, Lord. 20.
Ooh.
Okay. So anybody who did worse than a 14.
That was an unfortunate number of us.
Yeah.
That's me.
What
happened?
It explodes.
Oh, okay.
And it knocks you back 10 feet. So, everybody who failed is going to go ahead and take 6 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I'm dead again.
And is knocked back. Kriv.
Yep.
Give me another dex saving throw. Okay.
Oh no, he was on the edge.
Okay. Because there is a railing there.
Yeah.
Kriv, you manage to latch a scaly clawed fist onto the railing, and you're just kind of like flapping behind the ship for a minute.
I can't move my character.
It's about to not be relevant, so don't worry about it. You are super unconscious, though, Maddox. You can't move your character right now, anyway.
I just wanted. Well, he flew 10 feet back, so I just wanted to make sure.
Nope. You're a fly on a windshield. That's a solid wall that you're just a fly on a windshield.
Oh,
right
okay.
Now. Yeah, you just kind of get pinned to it for a second, and then fall flat like the mushy pile of paste that you currently are. The Wreck Weaver explodes. knocking you all back as previously described. And your ship, once it's free of the weight of the wreck weaver, just kind of, it's like a slingshot where you just kind of get hurtled through reality, which is what kind of knocked you back. And as you do so, the sun begins to rise away from you in the distance, and you can see just on the horizon a thin sliver in the sky. And Baba calls out, "Land! It's land! Could it be? Oh, thank the gods! It is the Sapphire City! My friends, we have made it!"
Yeah, that's great and all, Baba. Can someone come, lift me up?
Notice checks. Except for Kriv, you don't get one.
I mean, would I have to notice myself?
You're not gonna see it. You're a little preoccupied.
No, you mean perception?
Yeah, perception, sorry.
Rafok doesn't notice. Jewel 14.
Anita and Jewel, as you see the temporal rift behind you beginning to close, you see the ghost ship slip out of the rift. The captain salutes you and dissipates into white mist across the horizon.
I feel very good about the work we've done.
Anita and Jewel gain inspiration.
Fair enough.
And on that note, we are going to take a 10-minute break and continue with the second half of the adventure. So we will see you guys real soon. And we are back to D&D Doozles. When we last left our heroes, they had defeated the horrible crab-like spider monster that was trying to keep them in the realm of shipwrecks. And the Sapphire City of Quasium appears on the horizon. Kriv, you managed to pull yourself back onto the ship. Jewel will tend to Maddox and make him conscious again. Baba looks relieved, and the moonbeam goes away. In the distance, you can see Quasium getting bigger and bigger and bigger as you approach it. And these images kind of will give you an idea of the flavor of the city on the massive floating continent that is starting to come into horizon.
Before we get any closer, Rathok is going to move closer to Milo and basically like drop down to one knee and basically tell him you weren't able to kill the Carnosaur on your hunt. You were able to kill this. You're a man now in Orcish tradition, and you will be marked as one.
Milo's like, and he turns around with his fist balled up in his little child voice, and he goes, "I'm a man now?"
Yes. Now, this will hurt.
I fear nothing.
Oh, this is great. Please continue.
So, taking the unused short sword that he still has, he pulls up Milo's sleeve on his right arm, and he first pulls out some spare leather that he had and makes Milo bite down on that. And he proceeds to make a tribal carving on his arm, signifying that he is a man in Orcish tradition.
Ritualistic scarification. That's amazing. Milo. That's bullcrap.
Yes.
Take 3 points of damage.
Fine, I can soak it. I'm not unconscious. Actually, I need to do some math. Hold on, I need to do some math.
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't you?
I'm
Corey,
gonna say
if I turn around and this child is bleeding and unconscious, I'm gonna beat your green ass.
I'm gonna say that Milo does not go unconscious,
No, I was 3 points away. I was 3 points of damage away.
Milo, you are battered and bloody, and you're kind of not all there, but you look down and there's like this tribal mark carved into your arm. It's bleeding lightly, and you're just like, okay.
It's like, dope.
Now, Rathok's gonna make a medicine check to actually tend to his now still bleeding wound that he caused.
Hey, Rathok. While I was not looking at my new wound, I found another wound.
Rathok, do you have a medicine kit?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll that with advantage, please. Okay. Rathok, you bandage up the ritualistic scarification that you performed on Milo before Anita noticed.
This close to getting beat within an inch of your life with some mailed fists.
He just shrugs.
She didn't notice, so I mean.
Milo does look up, like he looks at his bandage and he looks back up at Rathok and just like lifts up his shirt, and there's like a splinter of shipwreck just like lodged in his rib cage.
Rathok swears in Orcish.
And there's nothing that your medicine check can currently do about that.
I figured I'd dramatically account for my other 12 points of damage.
Maddox.
Thank you.
Maddox becomes conscious.
Yeah, I also used the rest of my spells to heal myself.
Okay.
Once I become conscious.
So what are you at now?
I'm at 13.
Baba looks at you and he's like, "My friend, Mr. Maddox, you're looking a little worse for wear."
I mean, I'm almost fully recovered. This is not the best I've ever been, but I mean, we're getting there. A good night's sleep. What is that? I point to the city.
That is the sapphire city of Quasium. We are nearly home, my friend. It is a beautiful place.
Yeah, it looks really pretty, but I just remembered what we have to do here. So
it is the city of the sun, my friend. The
Yeah,
radiant light shines upon all.
Oh, that's real nice. It's real nice.
We have to stop your god from making his play.
Oh,
Yeah, before we do anything in that vein, we all need to sleep. And I swear to God, if we have to drop almost $3 grand into repairs on this ship again, Anita, we're just gonna let your family go bankrupt.
No. Nothing is required now that we are home. We will make a great profit off of the eggs that you have brought us. The ship does not need repair, thanks to your valiant efforts.
What eggs? We sold those eggs.
Oh yes. Well, there is the matter of the other small profit we will make, but that is unimportant at the moment.
Milo just lifts up his shirt again and turns to the rest of the party. I need surgery.
What?
At
Baba,
the notion, I turn around and I'm like, oh my god!
Baba walks over to Milo, and he's got a jeweled cup with emeralds set into it. It's silver. And he just walks over to Milo, reaches down and grabs the splinter, and splashes the cup on it. Milo, it burns like absolute hell.
Did you just throw acid on his stomach?
Pretty sure that was alcohol.
You recover 7 points of damage, but it hurts like shit.
Alcohol doesn't do that.
He just starts crying and flipping Baba off.
Baba, you have to warn people before you do that.
It is a magical healing cup, my friend. You
No,
will be
but
alright.
You just gotta say things like, "What's your favorite color?" And when they start thinking about it, that's when you hit them with it.
You had a magic healing cup the whole time?
It only works once a day.
I agree with Kriv though. The matter at hand, yes. We need to sleep.
Second.
Yes, of course, my friends. Yes, of course. You will be guests in the great house of Bashir.
I've never slept in a city like this before, or I don't think I have, with sand everywhere.
There is not sand everywhere.
Oh,
But roll it.
I thought that the city is it's not made of sand,
It float.
No, I'm talking about the buildings.
No, the buildings are made of skystone. They're not sandstone.
And what am I rolling?
Percentage. Just flat percentage.
Out of what, 100? I'm assuming?
Yeah, just
Okay.
roll me a D100 and tell me the result. Yeah, you've totally been to the city before. Passed through here on your way out toward the lands that you were adventuring in when the campaign began. This was actually your first stop after Balefire.
You know, being a few centuries old, I forgot, but yeah, I've been here. Yeah, I've been to Quasium, as they call it. And
That's not how they call it.
he thinks that he's doing the accent perfect. No, what do you?
Do not do that when we are here.
When I was here, they said that I spoke perfect Quasium.
Okay, well they lied to get your money.
That is a thing that culturally people do here, is they lie to you and tell you you're doing awesome to convince you to spend more money.
It's a tourist trap.
Anita, I appreciate the fact that you're a native, but being a linguist and an author, I think that I have a little bit more knowledge in the people of Quasium than you do.
Hey,
I think you
hey,
being who you
sewing
are need
way.
to check your fucking privilege.
hey, Herbert Sewingway. Be
Hey.
quiet.
Maddox, are you mansplaining Quasium to her right now?
See, the boy, now look at it. You've never, the boy can't even say it right. It's Quasium.
I swear to God.
Baba just looks at you and is like, can somebody knock him back the fuck out again? Niece, I just need you to body check him and maybe he will be quiet again.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. So, Maddox, whether our child is watching or not, the next time that comes out of your mouth incorrectly, you're getting metal in your teeth.
I'm only teasing.
So, as you arrive, the floating continent actually does have a river that opens into a bay, and your airship, you feel a slight jarring shudder as your airship's keel transitions from cutting air to actually cutting water, and you get that familiar, it's kind of like a fishing bobber getting cast into the water for the first time, and you just kind of feel that dip sway motion as the ship makes contact with the water. You feel a slight creak, and the airship engines cut off and fold back into the hull. And pure sail power carries the ship on massive triangular sails into this majestic harbor of skystone buildings and olive trees.
So, on that note,
That's
Chris
always the
hadn't
scariest part.
realized that we were landing into water, but as soon as we hit the water and he saw that spray, his ass was no longer on the deck.
Where does Kriv go?
Kriv is currently hiding down in the hold. He has hydrophobia.
Is he in the captain's cabin or in the hold? The captain's cabin
he's in
was
the
closer.
he's in the hold by his shit. Like he's just gone, like full out running action. There was just the goddamn tail in the air straight back,
like a shark that just cuts across the screen.
Mm-hmm. Just like a fucking, silver lightning bolt into the hold. He has not told anyone he has hydrophobia.
This seems
because it's never come up before.
More dangerous than just a sky city. I feel like you add water. Like, how does this even work? I start pointing at the water.
I look at you and I wave my hand and I say, magic.
Rock and Joel have never experienced this.
Hey, Kriv. Kriv?
What? And Baba goes, I don't think I have the heart to tell him that as soon as he goes below deck, he is basically under the water, and the only thing between the water and him is only an inch or two of wood.
Please don't tell him that, Baba.
Maybe a little less, based on the fact that it has been battered a few times.
Baba, please do not
Is it leaking down here?
Why not?
A little.
Why aren't we telling him?
Like, Kriv, you do see a little bit, like, the beams, they are noticeably darker in color. I don't know if you've ever been below deck on, like, a wooden ship before.
Kenny has.
But, like, a little water does occasionally weep through.
Yeah.
Like, there's condensation on those beams.
But there's, like, no holes where it's actively leaking from where that spider grabbed us. Right?
There are no, like, spurts, but there is water visibly on the wood.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, like, is there anything, like, actively leaking in? Like, what can be perceived as an active leak?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nothing that's, like, a sprung a leak, but it is, like, weeping through.
So, if there is any, like, spare wood shit or any kind of, like, tools down here, all they hear on the upper deck is the sound of hammering as Kriv is finding every single potential leak he can find, and he just grabs a hammer and nail and starts nailing shit down.
What is cousin doing down there?
Anita,
I thought you said we didn't need repairs.
Anita, I do believe that is your friend.
Oh my god.
He is probably hammering any piece of wood he can to the hull.
He's just being proactive. I don't understand.
Well,
oh.
Our seams are not yet swollen. I don't think he understands how it works, but that is all right.
Well then, Jewel is fine, because this just feels like being drunk.
You land
Rathok
safe.
is not fine.
Rathok, what's up with you?
I was making con saves for, seasickness.
Oh.
They have never experienced this.
You
Jewel is fine. Rathok is not.
You are not in the water long enough to feel sick. Like, you may feel a little bit queasy, but you don't lose your lunch. After a little while, the ship kind of comes to a halt and is just sort of gently resting on the water.
Personally, landing on the water is the scary part, I think.
If you hit it too high, you fall off. If you hit it too shallow, well, you spike and you may fall off. It is the hardest part about landing in Quasium.
Milo's just got like one hand on the rail and one hand in the air, like, yeah, wee!
Milo, you get sprayed in the face with seawater.
Both hands in the air. Yeah!
Well, at least the boy seems to have a predisposition to our way of life. Anita, you say that you are this child's mother. Perhaps this is true.
Well, I mean, it'll do.
Apparently it will.
I ruffle his hair.
After a few minutes, the ship gets moored, and a number of men come aboard the ship. Anita, you recognize your brother, your other brother, your cousin Amir, your cousin Muhammad.
So many cousins. All the family. Everybody's here.
My cousin Nikki and my other cousin Nikki and his brother Nikki.
Peter, Tommy, and Nick. This is Nick, Nikki.
What? Why are there so many Nickies?
So, you arrive, and these men are obviously longshoremen / air sailors. But you get the impression that they are very glad to see your ship.
As they come aboard, I give them all a hug and like a little punch in the shoulder.
They are exceptionally surprised to see you, Anita.
She's just like super happy to be back. Hey!
And as soon as you all are ushered off the ship, you take a step onto the dock, and the smell of exotic spices, perfume, and incense just hits your nose. Anita, this smells like home on a fundamental level to you.
It's so good to be back. I have not been back in how many years has it been? A couple of years, at least 2, maybe 4.
When the smell hits me, I'm like, oh, I owe money here.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? I've been here.
Who doesn't owe money here?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
I don't owe money here.
Well, keep your hands in your pockets or that will change.
It must be your first time.
I knew.
to everywhere.
Yeah, yes,
I can
you
see
are.
that. You are very small. You are a very small child. But that is alright. So, I'm sure you all have business you must attend to, but I insist that you come. You come to my home. Anita,
How hot is it here?
It's warm. It is warm. It's not like uncomfortably hot, but it is in the 80s. So cloaks are not a thing you want to be wearing.
Well, it's lizard, so
Yeah, you're feeling active. It's like a warm rock everywhere.
perfect temperature for rearing a connoisseur.
Kriv, you feel like you could just bask on a roof here all day, and it would be dope.
Provided I can't see the water.
That, looking at the city that you're about to walk into, you don't feel like that's going to be a problem. Based on just the volume of the city. Once you go past those walls, not an issue.
Perfect. Because Kriv is visibly uncomfortable the longer we stay near it.
Milo immediately takes off his jacket and loses it.
It's been 5 seconds. Where did it go? How did you do that?
Anita, you just kind of squirrel it into his pack.
Okay, cool.
Like Auto Mom.
Bloop!
You find it somewhere dumb. It's like between two barrels under a net. You're like, how did you get here?
Maybe we'll have time to stop by and see my parents.
I would assume so. That is where we are going.
Oh, yes. Perfect. Cool.
You have parents?
I do have parents. Yes, Mavex.
Baba.
Yes.
Where yes. Where is I've just turned into Jeff Goldblum, by the way. Where is the play? Where is that play that I'm that I'm supposed to be writing?
Oh, yes. There is a great theater in the center of the city, but it will not be open for a few days. I think you may benefit from some sleep. You are not looking so well, my friend.
I agree. I just want to spot it out.
Oh, of course. I can tell you this, my friend. Nothing in Quasium moves quite at the speed of anything else does, though. You will come to realize that Quasium moves at its own pace. Sometimes it's very fast, but in most cases, a little prudence, a little time, a little patience. It is the city of the Jinn. Everyone can afford to be patient for a few days in Quasium.
Is it the middle of the day, by the way?
Yeah, it's like midday.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep.
Don't worry, my friend. By the time you are done eating and partaking of our hospitality, you will be able to go to sleep.
Rocklock just kind of pipes up so that the party can hear him, but no one else. Sun Spear.
Oh, the Sun Spear. Oh, that's right.
What?
We should do that. We're supposed to deliver it to the Order.
Rocklock kind of makes mention, like, points at his bag. Like signifying that he's the one that's been carrying the spearhead of the Sun Spear this entire fucking time.
Yes, we should get around to that.
Oh yes, you have that. I am sure, my friend, it can wait a day.
It's waited this long. It can wait until we get some fucking food.
You also look as though, well, you can punch your way through a door as thick as that spider. You also look as though you could be blown over by a gust of wind. Your fists are bloody. Perhaps
I was supposed to have surgery, but they just threw water on me.
that was not water, my friend. I believe that you would all benefit from our hospitality. Come. Anita's mother is a great healer.
Yes, let's go home.
She can tend to your wounds. And between you and me, the Templars that you're looking for in the city, they are not always the most friendly of people. Even if you bear such a thing, they may suggest a trial to prove your worth or prove your truthfulness.
I sigh disapprovingly. Ah, fucking course they do.
My
It's
friend,
just
I will not stop you, but I would recommend the rest. Griff?
yeah. So as Kriv is listening to all this shit going on, he's thinking to himself, "I must have slept through something," because he had completely forgotten about the Sun Spear. But he's just embracing the warm. But he goes below deck and pulls out a small crate and is just carrying it with him now. Just, nonchalantly got his stuff packed on it. Not trying to, hide it, but not trying to draw attention to it.
You've got your baggage.
Yep, I've got my baggage.
Baba walks over to a gentleman who has, a ledger in his hand. Just puts a small sack on the ledger, and the gentleman just closes the ledger, and he's like, "Welcome back to Sapphire City, Baba. It is good to see you." The appropriate bribes are paid, and you do not have to pass through customs.
Excellent.
Hey.
Because no one likes dealing with those assholes.
No one.
Baba leads you through the city, away from the water-ish. He takes you inside the walls, and while you cannot see, the bay, you are definitely on a series of canals that do run under the street on occasion. You have to cross a bridge on occasion.
Those are fine. Kriv only hates, large mass bodies of water where he can't see the other shore.
And everywhere that isn't Skystone is, an artificial place where they have erected, an artificial green space. And there's an olive tree or a fruiting tree there, and you can see oranges, apples, pears, any kind of tropical fruit you can imagine. It's growing here. And it is currently the autumn quasium, so all of the trees are currently bearing their fruit.
Yes. I grab a pear.
Milo also just grabs the nearest fruit and bites into it.
And the people around you do not seem at all surprised by this. Anita, you would know that in your culture, the fruit is in this city to make sure that no one goes hungry. At this time of year, nobody starves. Just because there are so many fruit trees around that you can just grab what you need. It's not really a bumper crop. Those are out in the lake country, but you definitely get the sense that the trees that were put in the city were put in by the royal body to at least feed the people part of the year.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Has Milo ever seen a citrus fruit before? Having come from another part of the world?
Yes. But
okay,
but only very occasionally, and typically only for special occasions. You've never seen this many of them.
Just harkening back to something Hunter did one time, does Milo know that you need to peel an orange?
Yes.
Okay.
You may not know how, just because the last time you may have seen one was when your parents were alive. Because citruses are typically imported during the winter holidays, very special treats.
He just pulls on Anita's arm and hands her an orange and just says, "Open it for me."
I take it and I, stick my thumb and I pull the little...
kind of looks at Milo.
Can we keep going, Corey?
No, he's just looking at him that look is you're no longer a child. You're a man.
I got you.
Milo just shrugs up at him and he's like, "I don't know how. My dad said a man always asks when he needs to."
And he was very right. So I like stick my thumb and I pull the little like stem part, or the part where the stem used to be, and I kind of like peel it back with my thumb, and then I hand it back.
Grathok, side note, oranges are not a fruit that is native to your lands, but you have seen other
I know.
rinded citrus like that.
I kind of figured.
Y'all get lemons.
Hey.
It's like a sweet lemon.
Ah, Rufio's just done caught up. Okay. So you peel the fruit. It's delicious. It's Milo. It's also, it tastes stronger and sweeter than anything you've ever tasted like this before.
He's into it.
Well, you've never had anything that hasn't been like in a crate on a ship for months. So this is fresh fruit versus like slightly overripe transported fruit that has maybe been frozen once or twice.
He's like doing the happy dance tippy taps on the street.
So y'all kind of walk through. There are people in the streets, and they've got these sort of unusual hornpipes that curl up and they're playing music on them. I mean, Milo, this is unlike anything you have ever experienced before. You've never
His
seen
eyes
so many
are
people.
enormous. His eyes are enormous, but because of the crowds, he's not just darting off into everything. He's staying in the middle of the party. But he's like vibrating with this desire to go up to everything. He's just resisting.
We'll have time to look around. We'll be here for a little while.
Baba takes you down a couple of streets, and then eventually there is a set of double doors set into stone that are opened for you, and you walk into a courtyard with several fruiting trees. There is a fountain that is actually actively shooting water up into the air, and it's falling down. Milo, you have never seen an active fountain like this before. It has multiple streams, and when you walk into the courtyard and the doors close, the heat behind you all of a sudden seems less noticeable, and a cool sort of damp breeze through natural air convection washes across your face and body, and you feel immediately refreshed. Anita, you feel like home.
You're muted, Bree.
Oops, my bad. I had my thumb on it. I didn't click on the window. And I'm so excited to be back. It's been almost 4 years. Oh my goodness. I wonder how everyone is doing.
Why did you leave?
Well.
And somebody cuts in. She heard the call of adventure. And Danita, you hear the gravelly voice of your father.
I just run up and I like throw my arms around his shoulders.
He hugs you
I'm
back.
so happy.
Even for a man in his 60s, he is like still rock solid. Like, he is not wearing the traditional robes of a man from this culture. He's got like a short sleeveless vest. It just kind of wraps around him, and you can see just like bulging, rippling muscle. Really strong arms of this man. And you get the impression that Anita takes strongly after her father.
Isn't Anita tall? Like, isn't she very big?
Yes, I am tall.
Is this man even somehow bigger?
This man is a head taller than Anita.
Holy shit.
And just took a full running bull hug from his daughter, who's
In
wearing
heavy
armor. Metal armor.
Yeah.
This man tall as fuck.
And he
Because Anita, aren't you like 6'2"?
Yes.
Yeah,
This dude's like almost 6'6".
Is he bigger than Rathok and Jewel? How tall are they?
Rathok and Jewel are...
I think Jewel's
like,
kind of short.
Yeah, like Rathok is what, 5... Rathok is 5'8".
Yeah, this man is close to like 7 feet tall.
This guy is Crib's height.
Yeah.
This guy's as big as Kriv.
Yeah, and beefier.
Ratbox just sizing him up.
So I turn back around and I say, everybody, this is my father. I have his name written down.
I can't hear you. What is his name?
Husney is his name. Hunsi.
Hello, welcome to the House of Bashir. This is my home. And as long as you're my guest, it is your home too. And he just claps his hand. And servants come and immediately begin to remove Anita's armor.
I look a little uncomfortable for a second.
Milo just looks up like with the biggest grin on his face, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Milo."
Hello, Milo. Hello, you're most welcome here. And all of you, you must be hungry. Tell me you're hungry.
Oh, absolutely starving.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful because we have prepared a meal today. And it will be delicious. I do not know what it is.
Kriv's just trying to do that scent smell thing.
Kriv,
Stick your tongue out.
give me a check for that, please.
Okay. Can I make it survival?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Nat 20.
Okay, Kriv. You smell the following scents. Roasted beef,
24.
ginger, garlic, scallions, several herbs you cannot identify because you have never smelled them before. Caramel, brown sugar, paprika, cinnamon, and red pepper.
Kriv's just like, that is a hodgepodge of spices. And beef. I smell beef.
Yes, yes, yes. My wife has been making kefta all day.
What is kefta?
You
It's
will
delicious
find out,
is
my
what it
friend.
is.
You will find out. If you have never had, you are in for a treat.
Kriv's just like, I'm from the mountains.
You also
Half those spices I smelled, we don't get.
You also smell cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, salmon, oddly enough. It's been smoked.
He likes that smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. You smell some kind of cheese. You smell some kind of griddled cheese, which is completely foreign to you, like, idea-wise, but smelling it now, it totally works.
I'm wondering if I should pull the Goblin Slayer abridged lizard with the
No.
cheese.
No.
You
do
are
that.
smelling halloumi.
Cheese.
Yes.
When you say griddled cheese, do you mean like it's cooked on a griddle, or do you mean something else?
I mean, like, grilled halloumi. If you've ever been to the Middle East.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, it's literally like a flat, pretty dense cheese that they cut into patties and then grill. And it's dope.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's really
delicious.
fucking delicious. Especially when they cut up bits of meat and put it on there and then roll it all into a shawarma.
Yeah, or they serve it like a burger bun. Like, the cheese is the bun of the burger. And they put, like, the smoked salmon and the cucumber on top of it, and then they put another one on top of that. Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds so fucking good.
Yeah, that was breakfast in Kuwait at the 5-star Hilton every day.
Oh my god.
There was a shawarma joint when I was in Bahrain where
All right, we're losing track. We're losing
yeah,
track.
sorry, got this
Yeah,
brain
whoops.
going on.
But culturally, yeah, it's dope. So, you are treated to a very fine meal, and you will get the benefit of a long rest at the end of the session. At this point, you can consider yourself safe in a cosmopolitan city, if we get to a point where y'all are in danger or whatever, we will roll it. But as for right now, take the benefit of not only a long rest, but also HP, spell slots, abilities. All of your stuff is restored. You will not ding just yet. We're going to handle that at the end of the session off screen. But take it upon yourself that by the beginning of the next day, after being fed, rested, and obsessed over by Anita's very overbearing mother, you are all at full. So when you choose to venture forth into Quasium tomorrow morning, you are still level 4, but you are at full everything.
Okay.
So take this opportunity to re-prepare your spells, figure out if you'd like to go shopping or whatever.
So we can't go shopping at level 5 with our +2 proficiency bonus.
No.
Damn.
In the middle of being fussed over by Anita's overbearing mother, Milo just kind of cuts eyes to Anita and is like, oh, I know where she gets it from.
On that note, Mama, this is Milo.
Hello, Milo.
I have been looking after him.
And she's like, she just kind of pinches his cheeks and is like, but he is so thin.
Hi, Miss Anita's mom.
What is Anita's mother's name?
Adelet. Let me spell it out.
And can you give me the typed out name for her father as well, please, just so I pronounce it correctly? Sneak. No, child. No, you must call me grandmother.
Uh-oh.
That's real official.
I put my hand on his head and I just kind of like ruffle his hair and I kind of just like make this kind of like go with it sort of expression.
No, child. They all call me grandmother.
It's true.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to be related.
Yeah, and this woman wears a headscarf, but she doesn't wear it like covering her entire hair. She just kind of wears it like sort of on the back of her head. And it's a beautiful yellow embroidered silk that just kind of drapes down. It's just like kind of pinned to the back of her head. So it is technically speaking a headscarf, but they're very liberal in this family. All of you look as though you could do with new clothes, yes?
I am okay personally. I do not know. Milo, oh, you've got holes in your clothes. You could probably use some new things.
That's from the combat injuries.
Yes, I am most assuredly glad that they took care of those while I was not looking.
Also, my pants don't fit.
Well, we'll get you new pants.
I cannot button them.
It is fine, child. It is fine. We will get you new pants. Do not worry.
We'll have
She just
plenty
gives
of
him
time to go.
pats on the head.
We'll have plenty of time to go out to the markets and find something.
Can I have a scarf for my head?
Of course. Yes. Although for men, we wrap it around your head and it is called a turban. And, Mr. Rathok here was telling me that you recently became a man, if I am not mistaken.
I did because I killed the shipwrecked crab god.
Rathok spoke.
Oh, you cut out, Corey.
The Rathok speak.
You get the impression that this woman is a little more than she seems. Anita, you have known this about your mother, is that she has the ability to understand surface thoughts.
couldn't get away with shit as a kid.
No, you could not.
None of us, not fucking all, however many of us there are, what, 12? It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Some of your brothers are present, some are not. As is tradition.
I kind of
Kriv-
just give this, like, wry smile.
Kriv, what are you doing?
So, provided that we've moved past all the eating and things, Crib's like, great family time. And it's just looking around, like, head's been on a swivel. He's still got that box with him, and if anyone tries to, like, take it from him, he, at first, like, politely says, no, I'll keep it on me, and if they press the issue, he might...
They do not.
Okay.
If they do not press it.
Yeah, he's just like, nope, box stays with me.
You are surprised by how little they press it.
Good. He didn't have to bear his
hand
fangs.
Goes up, you're just like, nah. They're just like, okay, so your room's over here. If you want to take it up there, you can. Here's the key, and you can just lock your shit up. It's fine.
Cool. Yeah, he goes up and he just excuses himself from the activities and is like, I'm gonna go look around.
Okay, so you take a look around. It's a large estate. And when I say large, it's the size of a small holdfast. And by your eye, you can tell that it is a defensive structure. It is like a keep inside of a city, if that makes sense.
So Crit is getting the sense that Anita never told us that she's probably a noble.
You're not getting the traditional noble vibe off of her. Her family is definitely, like, well-to-do and martial, but not, like, heraldry-toting, we are better than people because of our bloodline noble.
Crib's experience, not all nobles are like the, posh, lack of a better term, English nobility.
Correct.
But there are nobles by, nobles by wealth, nobles by virtue.
Yeah, this is definitely a merchant noble family.
Yeah. They own land, have money, is noble. That's how it works in Crib's mind sometimes.
Yeah, they are incredibly wealthy, and judging by how well their house guard has turned out, mail hauberks, steel spears that have been forged, reinforced shields with metal bosses and stuff like that. They are not poor, and they will never die of poor.
Yeah.
The tea trade has been good to them.
Yeah, Crib just wanders around the estate. He did lock his shit up that he didn't need. He still got his weapons on him and all that jazz. He's not trying to do the whole, like, darting in the shadows, doing the stealthy, edgy bullshit. Now he's just walking. So just enjoying the warm. He's shedded, like, his mountain gear, and he's just, like, honestly, he's kind of walking around in just his scales and some pants.
You take a minute
and, like,
to smell
a light vest.
You take a minute to smell the roses and suck in the nature and the surroundings and gain a point of inspiration.
Oh, go. Yeah, I'm just communing with the nature right now, because Ranger.
Yeah, you feel good about this place.
Well, I can already tell you what Jill is doing.
Is it partaking of the,
Oh, very heavily.
It's okay, because Anita has two brothers that are more than happy to partake with her.
Oh, no.
It's okay, they do that. It's fine. It's good. It's fine.
And they are, not only keeping pace with her, but also, telling dirty limericks back to her.
When
Maybe
that starts happening...
in broken common, but...
Oh, no. When that starts happening, Rathbog is just going to excuse himself and head back into the courtyard and just sit and meditate.
Rathok, you find yourself sitting under a massive olive tree by the fountain. And as you meditate, you find yourself actually finding a state of peace that you haven't found since you left the monastery, and you gain a point of inspiration.
Oh.
You feel much better than you did. You can also
No
note
longer
that,
read.
you can also note that through her revelry, Jewel gains a point of inspiration.
Well, Jewel gained 1 last time, so Jewel now has 2 points of inspiration.
You're either inspired or you're not. They don't bank.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so yeah, Jewel had 1 marked down from Fiendship.
Maddox, what are you doing?
I definitely eat, and I'm not really like. I'm kind of trying to keep my head low.
Give
If
me
they
a
talk-
perception check.
Okay.
Oh, Mama gonna get him when she done with Milo.
There is an awful lot of yellow here.
Like my hand. Do they use forks? I'm assuming they use forks.
Yeah. Yeah, they are not your typical 2-prong fork, though. They actually are a 3 or a 4-prong variety, which is a little unusual to you.
My hand like starts to tremble, and I like set it down and I put it under the table and I hold it, and I just kind of clear my throat and I say, if you would excuse me.
Okay.
Oh no.
As you
Is it
step outside, you step outside and bump into Anita's mother. And she looks at you and she's like, Mr. Maddox, what is the problem?
I kind of like cock my head at her really fast. I didn't tell you my name.
No, you did not. But I know it.
I have an ailment of the mind. There are certain triggers that will make me lash out and or see things in my head, go into shock. It's better that I just try to avoid those triggers.
Is it because
So-
he speaks to you?
Who are you?
He spoke to me once too, you know.
Who are you?
I am Adlet Bashir.
Why do you know of him? Why is it so prevalent here? Why, when I walk... Why? Why is it so prevalent here? I don't remember ever really releasing that play.
Mr. Maddox, you will forgive me, but I must ask you something. Do you think you are the first?
Slave?
Yes.
I don't know. We don't really talk
No.
about.
No, I suppose there is not a network or a group of us that meets and discusses over coffee. I understand. Know this, Mr. Maddox. You are not the first. But those of us who have escaped may think that perhaps one day there may be one among us who is the last.
I would give my life for that.
And perhaps you shall one day. But know this. Inside these walls, you are safe. And the word cannot reach you. Outside in Quasium, that is another story. And there are those who do follow in those steps. in those ways. I would recommend you exercise caution to the utmost degree.
I will do that.
Usni and I can only protect you while you're inside our walls. When we leave them, we are all at risk.
I'll keep that in mind.
You are safe here, Mr. Maddox.
My name is Herbert.
Herbert.
You may call me Herbert.
Of course, it's fucking Herbert.
She places a hand on your shoulder, and she closes her eyes, and she mouths something in a language you're not quite familiar with, and then looks taken aback for a moment, and says to you, "The only thing I can tell you beyond this, Herbert, is that those you thought you have lost may not have been lost entirely, and do not blame yourself."
He kind of turns white and then asks, "Is there fate worse than death?"
That I cannot see.
Thank you, Adelaide.
She just nods her head, like, politely.
He nods back.
Travel safely, and I hope you accomplish your goals. My husband and I can no longer do anything to stop whatever is coming. We exchanged our ability to do so for all of this a long time ago.
We'll do what must be done, even if it means me leaving the boy to Anita.
She just raises an eyebrow. Well, perhaps that may be what comes to pass. That may be your fate, Mr. Herbert. Perhaps it is not. Fate is a tricky thing to see. And even if you do see it, you may not know if it is the correct one. Good luck on your journey, Mr. Maddox.
Thank you, ma'am.
And carry with you the blessings of those of us who could not stop what will come to pass. And if you're not inspired already, take a point of inspiration.
I think I don't have one. I'll put it on my thing.
So that leaves Anita and / Milo.
Do you just touch the icon? Is that how you inspire? Okay.
Is Milo getting new digs?
Yeah. They get Milo like a vest and some pants. It's
Yeah,
lightweight and airy and fluffy.
He was actually starting to outgrow his old clothes a little bit. Because it's been some months and he's at that age where it only takes like, a week and a half to suddenly outgrow something.
They bring Milo some pants that have enough baggity to them that they're gonna last a couple of months.
So while he's transitioning his things from like his old clothes to his new clothes, assuming, he kept a bunch of weird shit in his pockets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Is Anita there with him still?
Bree, are you there with him still?
Yeah, for sure. He's like, it's a new place. She's not gonna leave him alone. She's gonna check on Maddox in a little bit, but like for now, she's settled with him.
Milo's transitioning his stuff, so he's just giving Anita random stuff to hold on to while he like organizes his pockets. There's like candy that's definitely stale now, coins that are
Moldy. It's moldy now.
Yeah, coins that are sticky, some rocks that looked cool, a dead lizard,
Why do you have this?
I forgot him.
Milo. You cannot keep animals in your pockets. They do not do well.
Yeah.
Somewhere Crib's just like...
Yeah, I guess they don't do that. So, yeah, he keeps going, and one of the things he hands to you is like a little like paper book with strange writing on it.
What's this?
It was my mama's.
May I look at it?
Yeah.
I would like to look at the book.
What languages do you speak?
Milo does say, I can't read it, but it has her picture inside.
I speak Common, Dwarven, Halfling, and Celestial.
Yeah, you can't read this language either.
Shit. I could... Oh, no, I don't think I can burn a spell on it. Never mind. Okay, you said it's got a weird symbol on it, or is it just writing?
It's just writing. It's like a handwritten manuscript, but it has a sketch of a woman in it.
Okay, I look at her picture.
She looks like Milo.
I nod and I smile and I say, she's very pretty, and I give it back. Maybe we could show it to Maddox. Maybe he will know more about it.
You know, she told me everything would be okay too. And then, and then our house burned down.
Oh.
Are you laughing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing out of character. I was just like, oh no.
Oh no. God, Bree, what an inappropriate fucking reaction.
Listen, man, sometimes people laugh inappropriately.
Is that you right now? Because...
No, that's Anita is a little more. She is a little more tactful. She kind of like.
Oh, and Anita doesn't just bust out.
No, she's a little classier than I am. She like shoves down that awkward like internal screaming that Trunks does, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." And she kind of like soothes his hair on his head. She says, "Hopefully, things will be better this time."
Meanwhile, Adelet kind of casts a glance down to the book, casts a glance at Anita, casts a glance at Milo, and then leaves the room.
Is she doing some weird mom shit that I've seen her do before?
Nope, she just left.
Oh, okay. She busy lady. I'm sure she's got, guests to fawn over. It's whatever.
Oh yeah, totally. Alright. Is anybody taking any other actions?
Nah.
I'd like to check on Maddox, but that's it.
Sleeping.
Yeah, after we're all rested up and shit, like sun out on the roof and all that, do we have the option to go into town? Or should we wait on that?
I think, actually, at this point, we're going to call it here a little bit early for tonight. I know that never happens with us, but we almost started completely on time, too. But this is actually a good place to cap it off and round it off. Everybody take the benefit of the long rest, and because you're taking a long rest, you also now have the opportunity to level. So congratulations on reaching level 5. Somebody can now cast a fireball. We will see you next session. So, for everybody in chat, thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight. This has been D and Doozles, Heroes of the Dawn, and we will see you next time. So, bye everybody!
Bye. Bye.